What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here at Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. Today we're going to be focusing on a couple little updates here on the ranch and something that's been going around here in South Florida all over the internet that a lot of people have been talking about. But before we talk about that, we're going to head to the back of the new enclosure, the aviary build, and do a little bit of update over there. So let's go check it out. So you guys know that Aquascape came and we built this massive, beautiful ecosystem here on the ranch. It still has a lot more work to do, but this was the biggest step to get done here on the ranch. And we got some landscaping, very little obviously, but we have a lot more coming soon in the near videos. So make sure you always have those post notifications on and be subscribed to this channel so you guys can see the updates of this massive enclosure build get done. But you take a look at it, it is absolutely beautiful, amazing, and crystal clear. So as you guys saw with the thumbnail and title, well actually before we talk about the thumbnail and title, you guys saw Greg and Ed, the pond professor, has come to the ranch, and let me show you what they just said. But I think that would be cool here.
Okay, so Ed, maybe next winter, huh?
I think winter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gives me time.
Winter 2022, we will be back putting in another water feature for Blake.
So I had a couple people been hitting me up about we should put some monster fish inside of this pond, which is 100% possible. Certain fish is not a problem, but there is a fish that we keep here on the ranch, and it is called an arapaima. It's the largest, one of the largest, biggest monster fish, and it's not an invasive species here in South Florida at all because of the fact of the people that are able to own these amazing animals and monster animals to educate the public about these guys. They have to be inside of a thing like that. You guys see that over there? A giant building. They have to be indoors. If they were outside in this environment, there could be a possibility of these guys getting into our natural waterways, but it probably would be very unlikely anyways because it would be just one arapaima. But we will not be doing that because of the fact of they have to be indoors in our building so that there's no escaped animals in any way possible, shape, form, anything. But you guys have been seeing all over the news. I mean, I could go on Google right now, right? And I could go on Google and I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different articles. So all the way around the whole United States, and it says new Florida invasive, a 10-foot long river monster. Somebody probably is what happened was they're making this big old giant ordeal about a river monster that was found in South Florida. So a lot of people probably have illegal animals here in South Florida. You can buy stuff off the black market, and then you have these animals and then they don't have them and they don't house them the correct way. Because I own this fish, I have to get inspected all the time about this amazing animal that I keep inside my building. There's different laws and different things that I have to go by and go through so that this fish can stay here on the ranch. So whoever probably got this animal, they probably had it as a pet. It got too big and they released it into the wild. The animal that they found was a dead animal. There was only one of them that they found, so it was one fish that was found in the waterways of Florida, and it was in the north part of Florida, meaning they found the dead because of the fact of the colds. These fish are actually really strong and aggressive fish for smaller species animals. They're not hurting people. Yes, they could be a river monster by hitting you and hurting you like a tarpon, but they can't swallow you in no shape, form, or way at all. So they're not trying to eat you or anything like that. Yes, they are big and they can probably hurt our ecosystem like crazy, but there's none of them out there. The ones that you've been seeing on Instagram, seeing stuff like this and that, those are from farms that have them the right way, and people are actually sneaking in there and taking these fish and messing up our ecosystem and doing some crazy stuff which should not be happening in any shape or form. But we have this fish inside the building, and I'm going to walk in there right now and show you how I keep this fish as of right now. It is going to change and he's going to get a bigger environment inside of that building, but that's the whole reason why we made this massive barn, just for that amazing fish, to educate you guys all about this river monster. So let's head inside the building and talk a little bit more about him. All right, so it might be a little loud in here because all the filters and all the pumps that are inside here are running. So this is my fish gallery. It's a little messy, but it's a work in progress, and there's always different things happening here. Many people are like, why do you have your fish inside of these pool ponds? I completely dislike them a lot. The only reason why I do keep them is because of the fact of these fish are growing monthly, weekly, and they're growing very large. This arapaima right here is my first arapaima, and he is an absolute beast. He is just probably reaching just around 3 feet long now, and probably, what, 4 feet? You think 4 feet? I don't know. He's pretty freaking big, I'm not gonna lie. 3.5, 4 feet now, and he's about yay round-ish. We'll take him out of the water. Go check out Blake's Exotic Fish Ranch on Instagram. You guys can see me a picture holding this beast. And that was months back when he was a little bit smaller. He has grown a lot more. He gets fed every other day, all different types of fish and amazing stuff. Keep on looking at him right there. And look at that guy go. He is a beast and a half. So a lot of people have been talking about this crazy fish. It's been all over, and it's been getting sent to me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, getting shared. Oh my God, monster crazy fish, invasive in Florida. That fish was found up North Florida, and the reason why they found it was because all of the cold snaps. When a cold snap happens here in South Florida, it's pretty much Mother Nature at the end of the day, and it's realistically cleaning up all the invasive animals here in South Florida. These fish are from South America. They are made to be in warm water. So when South Florida starts getting a little cool and those little cold snaps, these guys will freeze and they will die. Even though they are so large and so big and so powerful and actually really strong, they cannot tolerate that cold weather at all. So that's the reason why we have this place completely insulated, so that when we have cold snaps here in South Florida, all that styrofoam, all that foam will keep this place nice and warm. And if you guys look down right here, we actually even have the floor a little bit insulated with those little playground square things because of this pool pond, so that the concrete can hold the cold, and that will help to keep this thing nice and warm as well, for our just holding tanks to get these fish nice and big. So here in my building, I cannot do water changes and let this water go right into my backyard. What I had to do is I had to make a certain setup here that is right over there, that I had to let all my water go inside of there, just in case that any arapaima egg or any baby arapaimas go out. Obviously, it's not going to be possible because I just have my one arapaima inside of here. But maybe in the near future, something could happen because I have other ones that I'm raising up. But again, there's no absolute way that a baby arapaima can go out into the wild here in South Florida from my facility. The reason why is because it's completely closed in. Nothing can come out of here in any shape or form. And on top of that, it has to go through a filter. And the filter will not let any eggs, any babies, anything pass through in any shape or form. And then another thing, unfortunately, what's really sucks is I would have to get this. This building is rated for a Hurricane 5 hurricane. When it's just a metal building, it's rated for like a category 4, but because it's insulated, it makes it into like a concrete building, so it makes it even stronger. So this building should not go anywhere in any shape or form. But if something did happen, what I would have to do, unfortunately, is get rid of this animal. I have to humanely euthanize it, get rid of it, which would really suck. Or I could probably, well not probably, what I would do is I would have to capture this guy, put him inside of a holding tank, and bring it inside my real concrete house. And then we are good. And then, a matter of fact, if it was a really big hurricane and it was coming through here in South Florida, everybody's gonna be screwed. So Mother Nature is crazy all the time. We're getting bigger hurricanes all the time. But we are prepared for any natural disasters for this guy, just in case if he got out into the wild. But it's 100% no way this guy can even get out. So back to the whole little story. Everyone's freaking out about it. It's ridiculous. They just want to make the headlines and have some new crazy thing on the internet talking about this massive fish, which it's not that big of a deal. It's already dead. There's no more arapaimas in the wild. So they're like, oh my God, it's going to be the new this, the new that, new this. No, just stop. There's nothing out there. There's just one, and they found it dead. And it wasn't even that big. They're posting these pictures of this. They're posting the pictures of that. All those pictures you see are from South America. It's not from here. Not in Florida. They're not catching them in Florida. The only couple ones you ever seen in Florida caught were people sneaking into private farms that are using them for research and using them for breeding, for food, to have it on the market. And they, I'm sure, have to be regulated by FWC so that these animals cannot get out. So during COVID and stuff like that, I've probably seen people going out there and probably going to the farm, sneaking in there and catching these fish and taking pictures of them. So whoever was going out there and maybe catching some of these fish and showing them on the profiles and all that stuff, I saw their faces were blurred and all those things, so I have no idea who they were. But at the end of the day, it just kind of sucks that these people are doing that. Yeah, it's awesome. They're catching these big fish. They're getting pictures of them and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, save your money, book a trip, go to South America like I did, and actually catch a wild arapaima. And not go into someone's farm and catch one, because what's really doing is messing up the Florida people. That there's very small, limited amount of people that are allowed to keep this amazing fish. And if they start doing this and going to the farms and releasing them, or going to the black market, and wow, you just missed it. He just came up for air. And if you're not able to keep this fish the right way, don't take this fish. The fish is gonna get big. He's only 2 years old and he's gonna get really big. Our future goal with this guy, once he gets bigger, he's gonna be going into about a 6,000 to 10,000 gallon tank next. And then after that, he's going to be going into a 25 to 30,000 gallon pond inside of this building. This building is large enough and can withstand a pond like that all out of concrete, which would be down the road when this guy gets a lot bigger. So we have future plans for him so he can live a massive, big life, so we can educate him and show you guys how big this fish really gets. And possibly, maybe, in the near future, do small little tours so people could come and actually feed this beautiful guy. There's somewhere right now where you could do that already. It's Predatory Fins, cool guy, amazing guy, Rod. He has some giants that he's raised up for 4 to 5 years now. And he's right there, like, he's 2.5 years old already. He's gonna be right behind it. He's gonna be a massive, beautiful ambassador animal to show you guys here on YouTube on how amazing an Arapaima gets. But yeah, there's no Arapaimas in Florida. There's none out there. Like, if there are, there's one, there's two, and the next cold snap, they're gonna die. And all the other invasive animals that you do see out there were there from way back into the day. They weren't just released now because of the fact of majority of everybody keeps morphs, and you're not gonna see an albino animal running around in the streets because that thing will get snatched instantly. But other than that, there's no Arapaima. There is no absolute way my baby boy or girl could leave this enclosure in any way. It's completely netted off, completely closed building. And like I said, we have certain regulations and certain systems that we have to do here just in case there's a disaster, the way we do water changes and all of those things here on the ranch. But other than that, still need a name for this guy. I've seen the comments before. I need a really cool name for this dude. Something that's catchy, something that's dope, something that means big, something that means scary. Because everybody is scared of an Arapaima, but they're really not that scary. They pop and make that real crazy loud noise like a tarpon, and they really cannot hurt you in any way except if you threaten them. So if you go inside the water with them, if you get close to them, that's the reason why these fish will hurt you. So take a look. 95 to 100% of the time, anybody gets attacked or hurt by any animal, that's because of the fact of somebody approached that animal. If you leave that animal alone and you look for it from the distance, I guarantee the animal's not gonna hurt you. The only reason why an animal might chase you is if it's gonna be protecting its babies. If you guys seen River Monsters, he went out there and saw these Arapaimas and they said people were getting attacked by them. The only reason why people were getting attacked by them were possibly because the females were protecting their young. You ever South Florida people, you guys know. You guys go fishing, catch peacock bass. Those peacock bass protect their nest very, very well. These are South American fish, monster predatory fish. They're gonna do the same exact thing, so think about it. Peacock bass attacks a lure and it kills it, attacks it as fast as it can. An Arapaima, well, peacock bass, 3 to 15 pounds. An Arapaima, 10 to 300 pounds. It's obviously gonna do a little bit of damage to us because they wanna protect its young. It's just like a human being and all of that stuff. Animals are not out there to attack people. People get attacked by sharks, you're inside their home, you're inside their fish tank. If we stay inside our house, we're good. Obviously, I'm not saying that. Go explore, see nature, do all that stuff, be out there, but you just really, really have to respect nature because at the end of the day, nature's 10 times more stronger than us. The only reason why these guys are strong is because we got guns. That's at the end of the day. That's the only reason why we're strong. Because if we fought any kind of animal with our bare hands, we're not winning. These guys are made to be powerful and strong animals. And I mean, look at him stretched out how long he is right now. So look at this. That piece of black right there is exactly 3 feet. He was just over the edge. Another probably 7 inches, 8 inches. So check that out. He's almost 4 feet long, which is so freaking dope. And check this dude out. He just is amazing. Look at this. And look at that mouth. So cool. When I was in South America, we saw some beasts of Arapaimas. Bro, let me just say, their mouths were so large, they're almost the size of these tables opening up. It looked like a vacuum cleaner. It was an amazing animal, and hopefully one day this guy will get to that size and we can actually see him right here that big, which would be really dope. So, I know it's a long video. I know I was talking a lot. You guys are probably like, there wasn't that much showed. But I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about these Arapaimas and that these Arapaimas are safe here. Nothing's gonna happen. There's no way they're getting out. And if people are getting them on the black market, there's nothing we can really do about that. The people that are getting on the black market, they should be confiscated. They shouldn't have them. People need to have their permits the right way so that they get inspected and make sure that they're housing them the right way so we don't have any problems with more invasive animals here in South Florida. But hope you guys like this video. My baby boy needs a name. Put it down in the comments what you guys think. He is an amazing ambassador here, and I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.